Good evening, everyone. How are you today? I just got off work. Left the house at 5 a.m. this morning, got home about 6 o'clock. It's 7:43 now, but I had to make something to eat. I think I got home about 6:30 actually, but I had to make something to eat. And what I made to eat was some of that Rancher's Home meat from Winn Dixie. And I told y'all about this last year because I bought some meat from Winn Dixie when I was in Panama City, and I saw some really good pricing. And it tasted horrible. It was really bad, but it wasn't the same type of steak. I got some bone-in ribeye. So I thought, I'm gonna give it another try and see how they do. My first impression was it wasn't as bad as last time, but as I get through one after the other of these bone-in ribeyes, I've really got to muscle through to get those down. But at $5.99 a pound, it was hard to resist with gas prices like they are and inflation skyrocketing. Trying to find ways to save a little money. I don't know if I can do that again. Publix has got their bone-in ribeyes for $9.99 a pound, and it's hard to justify doing bone-in ribeye at $9.99 a pound when I can go get straight up ribeye from Sam's Club for $10.99 a pound and not have to have bones that I'm not going to necessarily eat right away or have for bone broth. Because in all the time I've been doing this, I have yet to actually make bone broth. I know a lot of people live by that stuff. I've used some bone broth that I bought in the store, but I've never made any. So I feel like it's a bit of a waste getting bone-in ribeye unless it's a really good deal. And when they run them at $6.99 or $7.99 a pound at Publix, that's hard to pass up. So just sharing a little knowledge with you about how the meat is. And that Rancher's Home, it says it's USDA inspected, but it's not graded. The guy at the store, I asked the meat department guy what he thought of that, and he says that means it's the lowest of the low. And I said, well, there's a bunch of grades below choice that you might not be thinking about where they're not even human edible, so I don't think that he was correct in saying that. But he wasn't far off when it comes to human consumption. I won't be doing any more Rancher's Home unless let's see, what would it take? If life was like The Walking Dead, I would eat Rancher's Home. And that's about the only reason. Oof. Well, I got to finish off what I bought, but I'm going to find other options. I'm going to get a whole lot more of them the next time when I can, especially if it's from Publix or Sam's. People ask, why aren't you still buying whole cows? Well, it's kind of hard to have all that up front right this moment. So I feel your pain for those of you who have told me it was a hard time. And I've felt it before. I've rarely been in a position where I can afford much in my whole life. But the Lord has been good to me at the same time, so I'm not complaining. But I understand. I understand what it's like to have to watch every penny. So I feel you guys. And I wanted to come tell you about that special last weekend right away, but I was really hesitant because I was afraid to recommend this meat. And I think I'm glad I waited, because I wanted to be able to get you the straight scoop on it. Speaking of eating today, that was my only actual meal per se. Well, not really. I forgot I did have another meal earlier, but it was a business meeting. We went to a restaurant, and the only real choice there for me to get is carne asada, and I had them bring it with no spices on it so that I could tolerate it. But it was only about 6 ounces of meat, these little thin wafers. They were really good. They did a good job on them, but 6 ounces just doesn't do it when I'm used to eating about a pound at a time. But I was able to get through thanks to some good old Carnivore crisps. I get a lot of flack about the cost of Carnivore crisps, and I have to admit, I do get some, from the company for promoting the product, but I do believe in it. I really do. I think it's a fantastic option to have as a backup for just moments like that, because it's hard to maintain this diet with all of the distractions and opportunities to eat things that you shouldn't eat that you used to love to eat, and in social situations and in situations like I was in where you're limited as to what you can have. They're just a great backup plan, and that's what I see them as. They're my safety parachute. They keep me from making bad choices about what I'm going to eat, and I don't have to go hungry. So if you like carnivore crisps, you want to give them a try, check out the link in the description. And I got a 10% off discount code for you, so that'll help out a little bit. And you help me too, because when you buy a carnivore crisp using my code, they do support me a little bit. I appreciate it, I really do. But I had to start talking early because we're gonna lose sunlight real quick. And I'm only gone a little over a half mile. I got 2 miles to go to get my normal comfort level on this. And gotta knock out 100 squats, but I won't bother you guys with that today. I'm just gonna do them. Are you gonna do them? That's the question. Have you said it yet? Have you got off the couch? Did you say, screw it, I'm gonna get up and do it? Then do it. If you haven't, stop waiting. Take your health back. Oh boy, this is where I could go into a rant on healthcare, but I'm not gonna. You take your health back. That's my suggestion. Well, that's all I got for tonight. I'll see you next time.
If we pay extra, could we maybe get some grease or fat?
Well, I got my 3 miles in, and surprisingly, it's not dark out. The sun's completely down, but I guess I could have recorded a little longer, so I figured I'd come back and let you know I got my 3 miles in, I got my 100 squats in, and I feel like all I need is a shower. I'm ready for bed and a good night's sleep. Whew.